What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is Marty for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamari for here once again. And this is the second time I'm having to record this review because iMovie and my phone, the audio sync was fucked up. And I'm just like, the first time is always the best time. Having to do it again is just never as good as the first time. But we're going to do it anyway. I had to miss the last couple of weeks of Scandal because life happened. just keep that part short. Life happened. My computer started to put on production and shows and shit, and ain't nobody got time for that. So, yeah. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this finale, child. Because, baby, I mean, let me just get into the finale because I could babble on forever. So we left off where Cyrus was pretty much contemplating, I can warn these people that this church is about to blow the fuck up. However, if I warn them that the church is about to blow the fuck up, I could lose the election. And if I let them blow the fuck up, we win by default. Because the other guy's already been eliminated from the thingy. So, I mean, he pretty much just decided, you know what? Fuck it. We letting these bitches blow the fuck up. I don't care. I wasn't even thinking about like the innocent people. I'm just thinking about Sally, Andrew, and what's it called? Because if Sally's gone, of course, we win the election. If Andrew's gone, the whole shit between Melly and that can be over with. So it's a win-win. So that's why Cyrus was like, you know what? Fuck it. We just gonna let this shit happen. However, Jake wasn't about to let that shit go down and ended up saving everybody and blah, blah, blah. So then, now we have to play damage control. Whereas, on one end, Leo gets Sally to make herself look all heroic and shit, trying to help motherfuckers. Whereas Fitz is on the other end trying to do a broadcast, trying to talk about how sorry he is it happened. And the news starts shading him because it's like they start doing a side-by-side, making him just sitting there look like he's just, you know, all disconnected. Whereas Sally's like out there helping the people. And I'm like, oh, this is some shady-ass shit. That is some fucked up shit. So, Daddy Pope is in the hospital. And Olivia comes and sees him, talk about, you know, I love you, and she was talking to him about how they're gonna lose the election, and he's like, oh, I wish there was something I could do, but she's like, you hate Fitz, what the fuck you talking about? But he was like, you know, but I love you, and if that's what you want, I want to help you, and blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what, Daddy Pope is a bomb ass actor because he will make you believe like he has some type of heart, but later on. We're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to it later. So, they are really trying to force this Huck and Quinn sex shit on us, and each time it just makes me gag. Each time it just makes me want to regurgitate onto the floor because they sit up there. First of all, why are y'all on the goddamn desk? Why couldn't you have fucking office? Quinn has an apartment. Huck lives somewhere, I'm sure. Hell. You know, like I said, they could have been done in Huck's office, but on the goddamn main desk. Like, aren't there windows? Like, and then when Abby and them walked in and saw him, wasn't Daddy Pope's fresh blood was still on the floor, and y'all just gonna fuck right next to it? Y'all some sick bastards. Y'all just some sick bastards. I can't take Huck and Quinn and their sex scenes. And so Fitz is about to go on to this press, do something public, something, I don't know, with his family. And he's on the phone with Olivia, and let me tell you, this shit makes me sick. These dramatic-ass phone conversations talking about some, you know, I love you, and it's like, just stay on the phone with me, and they sit there and be like, with their lip quiver, I'm hanging up now. I'm like, this was cute, like I said, in season 1 and season 2, but now I'm like, are y'all gonna fuck or not? If y'all gonna fuck, just do it. Where am I? As soon as Olivia gets off the phone with Fitz, she walks into Daddy Pope's hospital bed. Why is the mama just sitting there chilling? I'm just like, look, this is a one crafty ass bitch. This bitch always be popping up out of goddamn nowhere. Don't nobody ever see this bitch coming. And like she done showed up in Daddy's office. She done showed up in Olivia Pope's office, and now she done showed up in uh, Daddy Pope's hospital bed, and she didn't want to put him in there because she's want to stab him in the office. So I'm like, how did they not see this bitch coming? Like, Sharon, homegirl be moving. I don't ever trust anything she does. I believe she says everything calculated. And let's see. Oh Lord. So back to Fitz and his little press thing that he was doing when he was on the phone with Olivia. All of a sudden, his son starts coughing up blood. I'm just like, oh shit. My first thought, he was on drugs. That was my first thought. I'm thinking this boy has been sniffing something and he's just about to get fucked up. But then he starts coughing like for real, blood. I'm like, what the fuck? And then so he gets carried out to the hospital. I'm like, okay, you know, I guess he's just gonna be sick. He dies shortly thereafter. I'm like, damn. That's fucked up. Shonda, really? I mean, he was kind of a prick. Honest to God, he was kind of a douchebag. But still, you know, that's Fitz's son. We know that that's really his brother, but we if he wants to call him his son just for the sake because he's dead now, you know what? If you want me to call him your son, that's fine. But we all know the real tea. But anyways, so his son is dead, and he dies from bacterial meningitis. But oh, excuse me. One of the officers tells him that there was some missing vial of poison. And so basically he was saying, yeah, somebody murdered your son. And Daddy Pope comes up to Fitz and decides they want to do like a team up since, you know, Mama Pope, he's saying that Mama Pope is the common denominator to all of this. And so they kind of want to team together to kill her. And I'm like, okay, I'm down with that. You know, y'all want to unite and put bygones to bygones. Cool. Olivia decides, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. She talks to her people over Olivia Pope, Olivia and what is it? Olivia Pope and Associates. She talks to them and pretty much tells them, hey y'all, I'm leaving. Here's the keys. Here's all the information you need is gonna be in the safe. And Abby is like, bitch, really? Like, what happened to the original Olivia Pope? Olivia Pope doesn't quit and all this other stuff. She was just like, look, it is what it is. I'm leaving today, like, right now. And I'm just like, damn, girl. And she was like, could you not wait till Harrison gets back? She was like, nope. Slid the kids, the keys on the counter and dipped out. And Jake tried to stop her and she wasn't having that shit. She was like, you know, all of this shit is because of me. You know, I'm in love with the president and who has a scandal. I got involved in his marriage. My mom and dad are killing all these people. And I just feel like I need to just leave and get the fuck out. I'm just like, Olivia, we know you ain't living. Whatever you do, I don't believe shit. You coming your ass right the fuck on back. So I ain't even worried about you trying to do this whole dramatic ass exit and shit. Girl, bye, girl. So Daddy Pope finds Harrison to tell him that apparently Mama Pope got to whatever that girl is that he was dealing with, and they never really made Harrison's storyline completely clear. I still didn't understand what the fuck he was doing with that girl. I'm still confused and lost. But either way it goes, he brings a photo of her shot dead, and so he's saying that Mama Pope got to him and that you're pretty much kind of next. And so Harrison tells him where Mama Pope was going to be to pick up some sort of money, and so they catch her, and they try to tell him that she's dead. I'm like, that bitch is not dead. Do you think we're going to have somebody as important and vital as Mama Pope dead off camera? Please. Please. I'm like, that bitch ain't dead. And lo and behold, he got that bitch in the goddamn hole. And for some reason, I feel like that bitch wanted to be caught. Because there's no way she could just walk out there and just willy-nilly and carefree and just careless like that. Mm-mm. She got something up her sleeve. She probably got a bomb on B613 or something. I don't know. I don't trust anything that bitch does. Because every time we do, that bitch comes up with some foul ass shit. So, Daddy is command again. Daddy Pope is command again. And Harrison, you know, is talking to him and he's like, You know what? It's very interesting how all of this seemed to work out in your favor. You got Olivia on the plane to get her out the way. You got Fitz fucked up. You, granted, he's going to win the election, but he's fucked up. And your command again, Jake's out the way. All of this just really worked in your favor. So, long story short, Daddy Pope orchestrated everything to his liking, y'all. He was the one that took the vial. We don't know if he got the vial from the hospital or what have you, but he used that B613 agent. That agent killed that girl that Harrison was dealing with, made him think that Mama Pope did it. He took the vial and poisoned the president's son right before they went out on stage, and that's why he started coughing and bleeding. He had like some kind of thing on the ring, and he put him on the back, and that's how he ejected it. I'm like, did that boy not feel it, or did he not notice, or what? Was it that slight? I don't know. But Daddy Pope pretty much, they did all these flashbacks talking about when he was talking to Olivia, he was like, you know, she said, I don't want you to hurt him, I don't want you to hurt him. And he sat there and paused, looked at her and said, I'm not going to harm a hair on his head. Which he kept his promise. He didn't harm a hair on not Harrison, but Fitz's head. But I knew that shit came with a catch. I really forgot all about that he said that. But I knew at that moment that shit was not just going to be, oh, okay, I'm not going to do nothing. Bitch, please. You are Daddy Pope, a.k.a. Command. Well, previous Command. You do fucked up shit, so I'm expecting nothing nonetheless from your ass. And so pretty much Daddy Pope orchestrated all this shit. He was like, his excuse was something like, he fucked my child, so I fucked with his. I'm like, are you really comparing Fitz fucking your child in a broom closet to you killing his son in a matter of minutes? By poison and coughing up blood and then dying minutes later? Like, for real? That's your equivalent? That's how you get even, if that's what that's supposed to be? Child. I don't... That was fucked up. I don't know where that was supposed to go. Daddy Pope is just a vindictive bitch. He's... Both of... Olivia, you have some fucked up roots, okay? Your daddy fucked up. Your mama fucked up. I just don't know how... And even then, Olivia is a little fucked up somewhat herself. But it's not to the degree of her parents. Child. That's why she was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. I ain't with this shit no more. She was like, I'm out this bitch. So she actually gets on that plane and leaves with Jake. And I'm like, bitch, you coming back. I said it before, bitch, you coming back. So now we're at the point where Daddy is command again. David, I don't know if David Rosen is supposed to be like over Olivia Pope and Associates now. I'm not quite sure what that exchange was. And I want to know, was Harrison killed? Because once, you know, he figured out Daddy Pope's plan, Daddy Pope had the dude hold a gun to his head, but they didn't went to the next scene. So I'm like, did he kill him? Did he enlist him in B613? We don't know. But this Scandal season finale, it was definitely a good one. A lot of people don't like that they tied up a lot of loose ends, but really, if they're going to be gone for 4 months, I don't need any loose ends tied up, because I'm going to be sitting there wondering and irritated that I can't find out what the hell going on next. So they tied up a lot of loose ends. We still want to see how it's supposed to proceed from this point. So I think they did a very good job, Shonda Rhimes. But before I go, I want to give, I asked on Twitter whether did anybody want to shout out, and one of my Twitter followers at Bohemian Rebel, aka Michael. Hey boo, how you doing? Hope you see to this part of this video. Hopefully you come to Houston sometime for your birthday so we can meet up, chill out, turn up, and do all that good shit. Be great to meet you. So yeah, that was my shout out for the episode, and thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully this shit uploads, because if it doesn't, fuck it, I'm not recording this a third time. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington, Washington, Washington.